After 60, our heart becomes like a wise old friend. It has worked hard for many years, and now it needs extra care. But here's the surprise. Some foods we eat every day without thinking can quietly hurt our heart. They don't look dangerous. They may even be in our kitchen right now. In this video, we will talk about 5 everyday foods that may be secretly harming your heart after 60. And I'll share simple, easy changes you can make to protect your heart and enjoy a longer, healthier life. Everything you'll hear today is based on trusted research and science-backed evidence, so you can feel confident in every tip you learn. So let's start our journey to a happier, stronger heart. Food 1. Processed meats, the silent strain on your heart. Processed meats, such as bacon, sausages, hot dogs, salami, and deli slices, might taste comforting and bring back memories of family breakfasts or holiday feasts. But they are far from heart-friendly, especially after the age of 60. These meats go through curing, smoking, or salting, and are often packed with preservatives like nitrates and nitrites. The result? A food high in sodium, saturated fats, and chemical compounds that put a silent but significant strain on your heart. As we age, our arteries naturally become less flexible, and blood pressure tends to rise. Consuming processed meats regularly can accelerate this process, increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even heart failure. From a science perspective, the danger lies in 3 main culprits: excess sodium, harmful fats, and chemical preservatives. Sodium raises blood pressure, forcing the heart to work harder, while saturated fats raise LDL cholesterol levels, the bad cholesterol that clogs arteries. But it's the preservatives, nitrates and nitrites, that are especially worrisome. When these compounds enter the body, they can form nitrosamines, which are harmful to blood vessels and may contribute to inflammation and oxidative stress. Research consistently supports these concerns. A large study published in Circulation, a journal of the American Heart Association, found that people who ate processed meats daily had a 42% higher risk of developing heart disease compared to those who rarely consumed them. Another meta-analysis from the Harvard School of Public Health reviewed over 20 studies and concluded that just 50 grams of processed meat per day, about 1 hot dog, was linked to a 19% higher risk of heart disease and a 42% higher risk of type 2 diabetes. These numbers aren't scare tactics, they're science-backed facts. And for people over 60 who are already at higher cardiovascular risk, the impact can be even more pronounced. The good news is that cutting back, or better yet, replacing processed meats, can significantly benefit heart health. Instead of reaching for bacon in the morning, try grilled or baked skinless chicken breast, turkey slices with no added preservatives, or fish like salmon and sardines, which are rich in omega-3 fatty acids that actually protect your heart. If you enjoy the flavor of smoked or seasoned meats, try marinating lean cuts yourself with herbs, spices, and a touch of olive oil. This gives you control over the sodium and eliminates harmful chemicals. Plant-based options are also worth exploring. Foods like lentils, chickpeas, and tofu can be seasoned and cooked in ways that mimic the savory satisfaction of meat, without the harmful fats or preservatives. The takeaway is simple. Processed meats may feel like a small indulgence, but for your heart, they are a consistent burden. By swapping them out for cleaner, nutrient-rich proteins, you're not only protecting your heart, but also giving yourself more years of energy, vitality, and well-being. Remember, after 60, every bite counts, and your heart deserves the best fuel possible. Food 2. Sugary drinks, sweet sip, bitter impact on your heart. For many people, a chilled soda, sweetened iced tea, or fruit-flavored drink feels refreshing, especially on a warm afternoon. But behind that sweetness lies a dangerous truth. Sugary drinks are one of the most harmful choices for your heart health, especially after age 60. These beverages may seem harmless because they don't feel heavy like a burger or fried food, But in reality, they deliver a concentrated hit of sugar that quickly enters your bloodstream, spiking blood sugar and insulin levels. Over time, this constant sugar overload can set the stage for serious heart problems. The main issue is added sugar, often in the form of high-fructose corn syrup or refined cane sugar. When you drink something sweet, your body absorbs the sugar rapidly, which causes a sharp rise in blood glucose. In response, your pancreas releases a surge of insulin to help store that sugar. But repeated spikes like this can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where your cells no longer respond well to insulin. This is a direct pathway to type 2 diabetes, a major risk factor for heart disease. Sugary drinks also contribute to weight gain, especially around the belly. Unlike solid foods, liquid calories don't make you feel full, so you often end up eating just as much afterward, meaning extra calories get stored as fat. Belly fat or visceral fat is particularly dangerous because it surrounds vital organs and releases inflammatory chemicals that damage your heart and blood vessels. Over the years, this can lead to atherosclerosis, where arteries become narrowed and hardened. The scientific evidence is strong. A 2019 study in the journal Circulation found that people who drank more than 2 servings of sugary drinks per day had a 31% higher risk of death from heart disease compared to those who rarely drank them. Another large study from Harvard tracked over 100,000 people for decades and found a clear link between sugary drink consumption and higher rates of heart attacks, strokes, and premature death. Even 1 can of soda per day has been linked to measurable increases in cardiovascular risk. Food number 3. White bread. White bread may seem harmless. After all, it's soft, easy to chew, and a staple in many homes. But for people over 60, eating white bread regularly can quietly put stress on your heart. The main reason is that white bread is made from refined flour. During processing, the bran and germ, the healthiest parts of the wheat grain, are removed. This stripping process takes away essential fiber, vitamins, and minerals, leaving behind mostly starch. Without fiber, the carbohydrates in white bread break down very quickly into sugar once inside your body. This causes your blood sugar to spike, followed by a rapid drop. Over time, these repeated spikes can lead to insulin resistance, weight gain, and inflammation, all of which increase the risk of heart disease. From a scientific point of view, refined carbs like those found in white bread can increase levels of harmful LDL cholesterol and triglycerides. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that diets high in refined carbohydrates were linked to a greater risk of coronary heart disease, especially in older adults. Another large study from Harvard School of Public Health showed that people who replaced refined grains with whole grains had a significantly lower risk of heart problems. These results are not surprising because refined carbs are quickly digested, causing a sharp rise in blood sugar and insulin levels, which over time can damage arteries and promote fat buildup around the heart. Additionally, high glycemic foods like white bread can trigger inflammation, which is now known to be a major factor in heart disease. The good news is that replacing white bread is easier than most people think. One of the best substitutions is 100% whole grain bread, which still contains the bran, germ, and endosperm, giving you fiber, B vitamins, iron, and magnesium. These nutrients help regulate blood sugar and keep cholesterol in check. Another great option is oat bread, which provides beta-glucan, a type of fiber known to lower LDL cholesterol. For those who are sensitive to gluten, gluten-free whole grain breads made from quinoa, buckwheat, or brown rice flour can be heart-friendly choices. You can also consider sprouted grain bread, which is easier to digest and has a lower glycemic impact compared to regular whole wheat bread. Making the switch from white bread to a healthier alternative is a small step, but it can have a big impact on heart health, especially after 60. Not only will you be reducing the risk of blood sugar spikes, but you'll also be feeding your body with the fiber and nutrients it needs to protect your heart for years to come. Food number 4, margarine with trans fats. Margarine has long been promoted as a healthier alternative to butter, especially for people looking to protect their heart. But not all margarine is created equal. Many older margarine brands, especially the solid stick types, were made with partially hydrogenated oils. These oils are a major source of trans fats, which are now known to be harmful to heart health. Trans fats not only raise LDL, bad cholesterol, but also lower HDL, good cholesterol, creating a double risk for cardiovascular problems. For people over 60, whose arteries may already be less flexible, this combination can accelerate plaque buildup, increase blood pressure, and raise the chances of heart attack or stroke. Science has made it clear. Trans fats are among the most dangerous types of fats for the human heart. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that even small amounts of trans fats in the diet significantly increase the risk of coronary heart disease. Another large-scale review by the World Health Organization concluded that eliminating industrially produced trans fats could prevent hundreds of thousands of deaths from heart disease worldwide each year. The danger comes from the way trans fats trigger inflammation, damage the lining of blood vessels, and make blood more likely to clot. These effects can be especially harmful for seniors, as aging already increases the risk of clot formation and artery stiffening. Even though many countries have now banned or restricted trans fats, some margarines and processed spreads can still contain small amounts, especially in places with looser food regulations. The healthier choice is to switch to spreads and oils that are naturally free of trans fats. Look for soft tub-style margarines that say 0 grams trans fat on the label and list liquid vegetable oils like olive, canola, or sunflower as the first ingredient. Olive oil spreads are an excellent option, offering heart-healthy monounsaturated fats that can help lower LDL cholesterol without reducing HDL. Another alternative is to use avocado or nut butters for spreading on bread. Both provide beneficial fats and extra nutrients. For cooking, extra virgin olive oil or canola oil is a better choice than margarine, as they are stable at moderate heat and have proven benefits for heart health. If you still enjoy the flavor of butter, try using grass-fed butter in small amounts. While it's not fat-free, it does not contain industrial trans fats and has a more natural fat profile. In the end, the key takeaway is simple. When it comes to margarine, it's not about avoiding it completely, but about choosing the right kind. By avoiding products with partially hydrogenated oils and replacing them with healthy fat sources, you can protect your arteries, improve cholesterol balance, and keep your heart beating strong well into your later years. Food number 5. Flavored yogurt. Yogurt is often seen as a healthy snack, full of calcium, protein, and probiotics that support gut health. However, not all yogurt is created equal. Many flavored yogurts, especially those marketed as fruit on the bottom or dessert style, are loaded with added sugars, artificial flavors, and sometimes even thickeners that reduce their nutritional value. While the yogurt itself may start off healthy, the added sweeteners can turn it into more of a dessert than a health food. For seniors, this extra sugar can be particularly harmful, raising the risk of weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. Excess sugar can also contribute to inflammation in the body, which is linked to many age-related health problems, from joint pain to memory decline. Research has shown that eating too much added sugar not only increases the risk of chronic diseases, but can also weaken the immune system. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that consuming high-sugar foods can reduce the effectiveness of white blood cells for several hours after eating, making it harder for the body to fight infections. This is especially important for older adults, whose immune defenses may already be less active. Additionally, high-sugar yogurts can cause blood sugar spikes, which over time can lead to insulin resistance. The problem is that many flavored yogurts contain more sugar than a candy bar. Some single-serve cups pack 15 to 25 grams of sugar, which is nearly the entire recommended daily limit for women and more than half for men. Even low-fat or light versions can still contain large amounts of sugar or artificial sweeteners that may disrupt gut health. The good news is that you don't have to give up yogurt entirely. You just need to choose it wisely. The healthiest option is plain, unsweetened yogurt, preferably Greek or Icelandic style, as these have more protein and less sugar naturally. You can add your own fresh fruit, such as berries, peaches, or sliced bananas, to bring natural sweetness along with fiber and antioxidants. A small drizzle of honey or a sprinkle of cinnamon can also enhance flavor without overloading on sugar. For those who prefer a creamier texture, plain Greek yogurt mixed with a teaspoon of nut butter can be a filling, nutrient-rich snack. Always check the ingredient label and aim for yogurts with less than 8 grams of sugar per serving. And remember, the shorter the ingredient list, the better. In short, yogurt can be either a friend or foe to your health, depending on how it's made and what's in it. By avoiding sugar-heavy flavored varieties and opting for plain, nutrient-rich options, you can keep all the benefits of this versatile food without the hidden health risks. It's a small change that can make a big difference for your digestion, energy levels, and long-term wellness. As we've seen, not all foods that look harmless or even healthy are truly good for you, especially as we get older. White bread, margarine with trans fats, flavored yogurt, and other processed choices can quietly harm your heart, digestion, and overall health over time. But the good news is, making small swaps, like choosing whole grains over white bread or plain yogurt over sugary versions, can have a big impact on how you feel every day. Remember, your body deserves the best fuel, no matter your age. By staying informed and choosing wisely, you can enjoy delicious food while protecting your long-term health.